So let's continue from where we left off, sir,
Okay.
to the second sort of selection that we have sort of done.
Mm.
This chapter says the Hebbale Grant,
Mm.
a forgotten story of Hoysala service to the Sanatana Dharma.
Yes.
So let's just go over it. What is the inscription about? Uh, Grant of Hoysala to Sanatana Dharma. That's the theme.
Service of Hoysala
Hmm.
to Sanatana Dharma.
Yeah.
I mean, while Hoysalas are justifiably celebrated in Karnataka, which they should be, their complete legacy does not find such a detailed mention in the overall Indian history, works on Indian history, although, they are described as one of the great kingdoms that emerged from Karnataka, which is all fine. But the real achievement of the real glory of Hoysalas is hidden in the kind of extraordinary service that they've given to Sanatana Dharma, not just in South India or not just in Karnataka, but almost pan India in a very profound sense. So this Hebbale inscription, which is dated 1279 CE. So this is such an extraordinary inscription which opens up a whole new world, a world of treasures in one sense, a world of values, that it impressed someone like Mahamahopadhyaya P.V. Kane, author of the History of Dharma Shastras.
Okay.
That whole corpus of Dharma Shastras runs up to about 6,500 pages. He has dedicated one entire footnote to describing this inscription.
Okay.
So, by 1279, the monster called Balban was ruling in Delhi.
Okay.
And by that time, effective Hindu power throughout northern India was destroyed. By 1279, it's completely gone. All that was left was, just some pale shadows of the former glory. The death of Prithviraja Chahamana pretty much finished off Hindu power in North India, followed in quick succession by Jayachandra Gahadawala, this side in Kashi. So that, pretty much was the pathetic condition of Hindu political power in northern India. And in 1279, like I said, Balban was ruling.
What was his lineage? He was Balban's?
Balban didn't have a lineage. He was a slave.
Okay.
He was brought as a slave.
Okay.
He was a slave of, I think, Iltutmish or Kutubuddin Aibak.
Okay.
One of those people.
Okay. He rose to power like that.
Yeah, he became a monarch.
Okay.
So this is the other thing in the whole history. If you look at the overall history of Muslim kingdoms in India, you will not find a single king, a single sultan, or a single nawab who ascended the throne in a bloodless way. It was always political power succession. Political succession was always achieved through two things. One, through a military conquest. For example, Babur. Two, by killing your own father or your brothers. No, not even a single Muslim Islamic dynasty is an exception to this rule. No bloodless succession. So Balban, he, what do you call, how do I put it politely? He made his own son-in-law as his puppet.
Okay.
And he was the power behind the throne.
Okay.
He formed a cabal of 40 powerful aristocrats and concentrated political power in his hands. And according to one source, he had his son-in-law murdered, or he, took charge of the throne, usurped the throne after his son-in-law died.
Who was his son-in-law?
Nasiruddin.
Okay.
And see, you don't know his name.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know Balban's name.
Yeah.
This is how it works. Okay? And his former gang of 40 people, aristocrats, he not only sidelined them, he made sure that they were under his heel. Those who did not obey were thrown on the streets, and their properties were confiscated. Basically, a regime of fear. And like his predecessors, be it Iltutmish or others, Balban also imposed jizya tax.
Okay.
He also imposed the pilgrimage tax.
Okay.
In all areas where where he had control, which includes Kashi also. So this is the context of this inscription.
Okay.
Hebbale inscription. Now, as most people know, jizya is basically a tax on kafirs. Kafirs who have been allowed to live as third-class citizens, not even second-class, third-class citizens who are known as, technically called zimmis or dhimmis in Muslim, system of what you call statecraft. Zimmis or dhimmis. So all kinds of hardships were imposed on them, mostly economic hardships, even physical hardships. The idea was that the hardships were so enormous that that person, the Hindu, the dhimmi, would have no other option but to convert to Islam. Jizya, pilgrimage tax, poll tax, all these things were part of this system of economic oppression of Hindus. And Kashi, because it is the most sacred place of pilgrimage, Tirtha Kshetra for Hindus, he imposed pilgrim tax for all Hindus who wanted to visit Kashi on a pilgrimage, on a Tirtha Yatra. So when the Hoysala king, Veera Narasimha, when he heard of this pilgrimage tax to Kashi imposed by Balban, he said, okay, let me do something about this. He made a grant. He made a grant which basically said that all the revenue coming from a village known as Hebbale. So Hebbale, even today it is a village. It is about 26 kilometers from Hassan. So this Hebbale village, all the revenues coming from that would go to pay the pilgrim tax for Hindus, all Hindus, and he makes a big list. Just read that page. I'll read it out for you.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful inscription.
Yeah.
What he says is that the entire revenue of this Hebbale village will go to fund the pilgrim tax imposed by the Muslim. He calls it Turukarige Teruva Sadhya, meaning Sadhya is a tax. So this revenue will fund the pilgrim tax for all pilgrims visiting Kashi from the whole of South India.
Okay.
Remember, whole of South India. Remember, he does not talk about all the Hindu pilgrims visiting Kashi only from his kingdom.
Yeah.
So this is what he says. It is beautiful actually. Yeah. In the Magha Shaka 1200, the mighty armed Hoysala Emperor Sri Narasimha granted the revenues amounting to 645 varahas or nishkas, which is coins, gold coins, a year of a village named Hebbale to the pilgrims of Varanasi, and to offer various sevas to Lord Sri Vishveshwara. The grant also included the purpose of enabling the pilgrimage to Kashi so that the pilgrims could pay off the tax levied by the Turukas or Turushkas, the Muslims. The pilgrims covered under the grant hailed from the entire country of Karnataka, Tamil, Telugu, Tulu, Malayala, Tirhut or Tirabhukti, and Gauda. Gauda is Bengal.
Oh, Gauda is Bengal.
Bengal.
Okay.
Name Gowda comes from the word good or Guda,
Okay.
meaning jaggery,
Okay.
Bella.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Gaudas are actually there.
No.
Not that Gauda.
No.
Okay.
Don't get confused.
Okay.
Gauda Desha is different. They were also called Gaudas. They were called Gaudiyas.
Okay. Okay.
Not this Gauda is a surname
Certain.
which means Vokkaligas.
Okay. That's
Okay.
where
This is a profession, that is a geography.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
So this is quite beautiful, and it's not just a pilgrimage tax. It's the elaborate inscription. Siddhaya means tax, like I said. What it also says is that this revenue from Hebbale makes provisions for lighting lamps in some temples in Kashi. It also makes provisions to pay the Banasiga, meaning cook, in Vishweshwara temple, some portion of this grant. So a beautiful division of this revenue, which is meant to pay off as a service to not just pilgrimage, but the depth of his feeling for Kashi Vishweshwara and Kashi itself as a sacred Punya Kshetra. So this is quite extraordinary, but it also shows that in spite of making this provision, as noble as it is, Hindu kings like Veera Narasimha did not pause to think that the fate that befell Kashi at the hands of Islamic invaders would today or tomorrow befall my kingdom also. Which is exactly what happened 50 years later to his great grandson.
Yeah, he had that vision.
Veera Narasimha III.
Right.
So he didn't think of this key. If Kashi itself has fallen to Muslim hands,
Correct.
Shouldn't I be careful to anticipate that something like that will happen to me today or tomorrow?
Correct.
No. But on its own, this is quite an extraordinary inscription, which is why I've titled it as his great service to Sanatana Dharma.
Yeah, definitely, sir.
Yeah, it's quite very ennobling to read it.
Correct. Yeah. So, I mean, what I understand, just to clarify again for the audience, is that Kashi, which is Varanasi, which was slightly up north, which is all under the rule of this Balban, and people everybody going from the south would reap the benefits of this, the money that he takes from this village called Hebbale.
No, the money was given to facilitate the Hindu pilgrims who wanted to go to Kashi on a pilgrimage.
Yeah, that's what. So when they enter this area, obviously the guards would stop them and ask for this tax.
Yes.
And then that's where this,
they would pay.
They would pay.
They would pay. That money came from Hebbale's
grant,
revenue.
And that too, it's not even just only the Hoysala kingdom. Anybody from South India who wanted to go to Kashi.
There. Yeah.
Wow, that's really what do you call, a profound thought that he had, that anybody going can have that. So it's like a big contribution that he did for the maintenance of this civilizational value, which is through the form of Shiva and Kashi Vishweshwara, right? Amazing. Do you have anything else to say as a key takeaway?
That's about it.
Yeah. So where are these inscriptions? I mean, today where are they found? It's under.
It should be under the control of ASI, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not exhibited anywhere or something.
I'm not sure where it is.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not sure about its physical location.
Okay.
It should be under ASI's control. I hope so.
Okay. All right.